Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody how's everybody doing? I don't know if anybody's gonna come in. I'm on is this one charged? Yeah, this one's charged too. Um well, alright. Okay. Hey everybody. I'm sorry, my attention. I'm trying to set up my um also also my YouTube and talk to in my YouTube and my TikTok at the same time. I wanted to come and talk to you about the Eagles versus the Green Bay Packers tonight on both of my platforms. So, what do you guys think about the matchup tonight? Eagles versus the Green Bay Packers tonight. Um, Green Bay has won head to head 28 times, and the Eagles have won 20 times head to head. Now, the Packers lead the series We know it was a whole bunch of trash talk coming from both sides. Okay, we know that Brian, both sides, both teams. Today, if you're watching Tantalizing Tag Team Wrestling Podcast, they will be on. They were hosting the big. I'm gonna promote them. They are hosting the big event. Go there and support them. They are my TikTok family. Tantalizing Tony is like my um, is my TikTok brother, and I can actually call him a brother, um, a friend of mine. And Kara, we are rivals in wrestling, but we're not rivals in real life. I I respect Kara's opinion, but I'm older than her, and we have a rivalry, not a real rivalry, but she is a nice young lady. She has opinions that sometimes I agree with and sometimes I don't agree with. Okay? But check them out at the big event. I think it's November 15th or 17th. Check them out. Tell them that Pastor Ishmael sent you. They my truly two of my favorite people. Okay? So let's get to this Packers and Eagles game. Now, before I get to it, Brian Dable of the New York Giants coach has been fired after 2 seasons. I guess the New York Giants um, uh, ownership gave up on him and they wanted to move on. Okay, so let's talk about the Eagles and Packers. Now we know that Michael Parsons talked a whole bunch of trash about um, then really, he's really excited for this game. At one point, Michael Parsons says he he wanted to be a Philadelphia Eagle. Um, I don't know if he's just saying this, but if I think if he had it in his mind, he would have pushed the trade Dallas and Philadelphia to do something so he could be in Philadelphia. But now he's talking trash how he wants to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this rivalry is not just about on football. The Packers is the ones that voted against the Philadelphia Eagles to stop the push tush. Okay, um, to stop the push tush at all. Um, so, how you guys feel about this game tonight? A lot of people got the Packers winning, and the Packers um, got embarrassed by the Carolina Panthers. They lost 16 to 13. The Eagles coming off a bye. Um, I don't know if the Eagles practice. We see how the way they look tonight. So, what do you guys think about this so far? Give a special shout out. Today is rapper Eve's uh, birthday. Today, happy birthday. I'm going to give you in a little bit the scores and updates for the games this week. I posted the game scores and all of that on my TikTok. I put up all the team scores, but I didn't. If you didn't see it on YouTube, on my YouTube, I see 46 people reviewed, and I got my other tablet here. Okay, Brian Dable got fired from the from the Giants today. Okay, he got fired. Um, so I know that a lot of you Giants fan, why? He had two good seasons. They was really struggling, and you know, sometimes you got to make um, changes. Last night, the Sunday Night Football, you had the Pittsburgh Steelers. They was defeated by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had the series, head-to-head series against who? The Char, the Chargers. The Chargers finally got their 12 win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers had 10. The Chargers had 25. Um, uh, the Rams had 42. The San Francisco 49ers had 26. Everybody wanted to see this rematch. The Commanders had 22, and the Lions had 44. You know that was going to be. They wanted to blow them out because of what happened. Okay. Also, Kyler Murray is on IR probably for the rest of the season. And I heard that Joe Burrow is trying to can work out in 21 days and try to come back. And why would you try to come back and play with Cincinnati? Like, take your time. Don't rush yourself back. Okay, the Seattle Seahawks had 44, and the Arizona Cardinals had 22. Okay, um, the Texans came from behind. They had 36. Jacksonville had 29. And since Jacksonville beat the Kansas City Chiefs, they okay. The Minnesota Vikings lost to the um, Ravens because the Vikings was having a nice drive, and J.J. McCarthy threw an interception. Okay, that cost them right there. So they lost. The Ravens 27, the Vikings 19. The New England Patriots are dangerous. They are dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. They are a good football team. Mike Vrabel has went over there and revolutionized and turned that team around. They had 28. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 23. The New York Jets, um, since that trade, has the New York Jets have 27, and the um, Browns had 20. The Saints had 17, and the Carolina Panthers had 7. Biggest upset of the week is um, the Miami Dolphins. Went into had a game against the Buffalo Bills, and they beat the Buffalo Bills 30-13. See, the Buffalo Bills, like I said, was riding an emotional high of beating the Kansas City Chiefs, and they got complaced because they was playing the Miami Dolphins, okay, and stuff like that, and the rate and so the teams did the Cincinnati Bengals did not play. They had a bye, and the Chiefs had a bye um, this week. They play against the um, Denver Broncos, Week 11. That's a 4 o'clock game. Okay, so the Jets, they started a new quarterback, and they won. They won. They stepped up and won 2 games. So don't be mad if they go on a little hot streak. Okay. Okay. So Thursday, Week 11, the Jets play the Patriots, and I think that this game can go any kind of way. The Jets could win. The New England Patriots can win. The Jets won 2 straight, so they're going to try to, uh, win a third, try to win their third game. Then early Sunday morning, and maybe Berlin or England, you're going to have the Miami Dolphins taking on the Commanders at 9:30 in the morning. Then at 1 o'clock, you're going to have the Green Bay Week 11 Green Bay Packers taking on the Giants, who fired their coach. And then you're going to have at 1 o'clock, you're going to have the Carolina Panthers versus the Falcons. And then you're going to have the Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. That should be an interesting game. Jacksonville, since they beat the Chiefs, have not been the same. Then you're going to have at 1 o'clock, you know that the Steelers going to want to play better and get revenge on the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay? And then at 4:05, you got the um, Seattle Seahawks versus the Rams. These 2 teams go back and forth. That's going to be a good game. Then you have the Cleveland Browns versus the Ravens. That's a rivalry game. That's at 4:25. And then the end of the week, you on Monday, you have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Raiders. Okay, other games Sunday. Getting back to Sunday. Sunday you have the Texans versus the Tennessee Titans. Bears versus the Vikings. Um, the Buccaneers versus the Buffalo Bills. Both of these teams are going to try to be at their best um, on Sunday. Then you're gonna have the uh, San Francisco 49ers versus the Cardinals. Then at 4:25, that's on the Sunday, you're gonna have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Denver Broncos, and then Sunday night, y'all Eagles fans have another primetime game. Y'all play Sunday night football against the Detroit Lions. Okay? Um, since y'all telling me I should pick, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna pick the I'm gonna pick go on to them and pick the um I'm gonna pick the New England Patriots, but the Jets could win. I'm going to pick the Packers, the Giants could win. I'm gonna pick the Falcons, but the Carolina Panthers could win. Their defense can step up and play better. I'm going to go 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go, probably, I'm going to go to them and take the Miami Dolphins, but the Commanders could win. I could um, take the Chargers over Jacksonville, but the Chargers might win this game because they had a big lead over Jacksonville a couple of years ago when Doug Peterson was the coach, and then Jacksonville came back and won that game. Okay, so I'm thinking about taking the Chargers, but I'm taking the Chargers, but Jacksonville could win. Um, I'm taking the Texans, but the Tennessee Titans could win. I'm taking the Vikings to play better, but the Bears could win. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills to beat the Buccaneers, but the Buccaneers could win. I'm taking the San Francisco 49ers, but the Cardinals could win. Okay? And Denver plays the Chiefs. I'm staying neutral. Okay? The Chiefs could win, Denver could win, who knows? Okay? That's Sunday's game. At 8 o'clock, you got the Eagles versus the Detroit Lions. The Eagles could win, or Detroit Lions could win. I know the Eagles fans um, are want to beat Detroit, but Detroit could win. Detroit got a good running game, and I think the Colts the Colts don't play week don't play this week, and I think there's two teams that don't play this week. Okay, the Saints. I don't see them on week. Yeah, the Colts and Saints don't play. The Colts and Saints don't play this week. They have byes. Yeah, Colts don't play until week 12, and then yeah, the Saints play week 12. So the two teams that have byes this week, you Indianapolis Colts fans, you have a bye. You Saints fans, you have a bye. Sports. Yeah, we know Brian Dable got fired today after 2 seasons. Um, we know that the New York Jets have 2 first-round picks. Probably gonna get 2 first-round picks in the draft. Um, I know that also today, NBA wise, um, let's see who plays NBA wise today. Because I know Celtics. I know the Celtics was supposed. I don't know. I'm gonna see if they play today. Let's see. I know the Pistons play the Wizards today. The Magic plays the Portland Trail Blazers. The Lakers play the Hornets. The Cavaliers play the Miami Heat. The Bulls play the Spurs. Okay, the Timberwolves play the Jazz. The Pelicans. Hold on. Oh, the Pelicans. The Pelicans play the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, the Pelicans play the Phoenix Suns tonight. And I said the Chicago Bulls play the Spurs. The Warriors play the Mavericks. The Mavericks play the Milwaukee Bucks. The Utah Jazz play the Timberwolves. The Suns play the Pelicans. The Los Angeles Clippers play the Atlanta Hawks. Tomorrow, the Toronto Raptors play the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks play the Memphis Grizzlies. The Sixers and my Boston Celtics go at it again. And the Thunder, the Thunder plays the Sacramento. No, the Thunder plays the Golden State Warriors. The Utah Jazz play the Indiana Pacers. And then the Sacramento Kings play the Denver Nuggets. Okay? So that's your games tonight, and I gave you your games tomorrow. Okay? Um, yes, the after 2 seasons, let me tell you who I think might get that job in New York. Um, I can see the Giants reaching out to Mike McCarthy, or I could see them reaching out to what's the guy's name? Try to make a case to talk to Eric the Enemy or Mike Nagy, um, or try to get an assistant, offer the Philadelphia Eagles the offensive coordinator off the Eagles, or what else? or try to steal an assistant, offer the winning teams. I can see Matt Nagy be interested in that Giants job. I can see them try to reach out to Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson about that Giants job. Or I can see them trying to reach out to Mike McCarthy. Or what's the Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator for New England. See, reaching out to him. Or I can see them trying to get a college coach. That's what I see them doing. Another thing before I let y'all go, on YouTube, one thing I want y'all to recognize is when Jade Cargill was at Hill and AEW, y'all said, "Oh, the WWE cut and paste her gimmick that she was in AEW." Kind of true, but guess what? She wasn't the face of the company. She wasn't the face of the company in AEW. They took the TBS championship and put it on her and put her on TBS. And if they needed somebody to fill in a spot, they will. If somebody canceled their match, or if somebody got hurt, they would take Jade Cargill and put her match in there. Okay? It was a spot. Now, all you wrestling gurus of AEW, don't you know they had Jade Cargill, Tony Khan wanted Jade Cargill to attack somebody with a chair. They put a spot where she was supposed to attack somebody with a chair in the ring and to get disqualified. And Jade told Tony Khan, she said, I don't know how to swing the chair. So guess who took her and taught her how to swing a chair and how to do the chair spots? CM Punk. Okay? CM Punk. That's who taught her how to use spots and how to use the chair and how to pick it up and how to hit the opponent. Jade was green, but she didn't have nobody to teach her in AEW how to do certain things. They just made a title and put it on her. She didn't wrestle Britt Baker. She didn't wrestle Tony Storm. You know who she wrestled? Chris Statlander. Red Velvet. Only person that really tested Jade was John Morrison's wife. That was it. That's the only person that tested her. If you didn't have nothing for, and you brought Athena in, she beat Athena like that. You brought her in to be rivals with Jade. Then Jade beat her. Then you took Athena and put her down at Ring of Honor and made her your longest Ring of Honor champion. So don't say, oh, they copy and copy and paste. And y'all talking about the lunatic fringe, the stuff, the way that John Moxley be acting and snapping on people and all that. That was his, like, hitting people with chairs. That was his gimmick almost in WWE. Over at over at AEW, he can really fully be a heel. And some of y'all forget that one time that Stone Cold Steve Austin interviewed Chris Jericho on the WWE podcast show. You don't remember when Chris Jericho bought was the AEW champion, and Stone Cold called the former owner of the company and said, "Can I interview Chris Jericho?" He said, "Go ahead." And Chris Jericho was on Y2J was on Stone Cold Steve Austin's show with what? The AEW Championship. And showed him winning the belt. So don't tell me that they was trying to put him out of business. They had Chris Jericho. He was known as Y2J. They asked him, "Why did you leave WWE?" And he told why he left the WWE. He said, "I went to a certain person, asked him, can I be me and Kevin Owens be the main event?" Because they put the Festival of Friends, they wanted to be in the main event. And what's his name said no. And he was like, okay, he made up his mind to leave. Now, AEW is a good company, don't get me wrong. Okay? Don't get me wrong. But why would you have Darby Allin beat and almost John Moxley in a backwards camel clutch, I think it was. And then have John Moxley all of a sudden, Sting shows up, smash the glass, run off the Death Riders, and all of a sudden Darby makes John Moxley tap out. Really? And then you're going to have a live show, pay-per-view. You're going to have the Death Riders against Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Robert Strong in a blood and guts match on national television. Then you're going to have Mercedes team up with some ladies and put them in a match. Really? And tonight, John Cena is going to be on uh, on WWE TV tonight. So I did cover Eagles and Packers, but y'all want other news too. You want all the sports news. Found out that Karrion Kross and his wife Scarlett got locked out their hotel room. and they was on a podcast with the hater Vince Russo. Okay, um, so okay. Well, some of you got Eagles winning tonight. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get on here and hate on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not gonna hate on the Green Bay Packers. But what's his name gonna have to back up his words? What he said about how he gonna play tonight? He gonna have to come out and eat his word and back up his words. Um. Okay, guys. Um. I don't know what else to tell you. Um. CM Punk will be on Raw tonight. John Cena. You're gonna have Raquel take on Raquel Rodriguez take on Stephanie Valkyria in a match. Okay? Then you're going to add the Kabuki Warriors probably going up against them. And if you're a Jade Carhill fan, she has a new shirt coming out. It's on WWE Shop already. She got a new shirt coming out. John Cena will be there and will be there. CM Punk, the new world champion. Stephanie Valkyrie will be in action tonight against Raquel Rodriguez. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss will be in action. Sheamus will take on Shinsuke Nakamura for this 16-man tournament. Damian Priest, this is going to be interesting, is going to take on Rusev. And this might build into a feud with these two men because they said there's speculation rumors that Lana used to talk to Damian Priest. Okay? Just a rumor. Just take it with a grain of salt. Okay, they made Brian Daboll parted ways with I love when they said parted ways with the Giants. He got fired, okay? I love it when you say they parted ways. No, he got fired. And I forgot to tell you Thursday night, the Denver Broncos won 10 to 7 over Don't get me wrong, the Colts look good. They won in overtime in London over the Falcons. Yeah, Jade Carhill got a new shirt with her holding the championship up. If you want it, you can go to www.shop.com and get it. You can share it. You can tap the screen, but I'm not letting you in on my screen because I don't. You don't have no picture. I never seen you before, and can I trust you? I don't think so. I should come more active. I should come up so more active people would engage and share. Yeah, some people don't want to engage. Some people don't. Like God gives you breath, and you come in. You go into other people's things. You know how to hit the screen. It's free. These you gotta buy or get some coins. This me doing this is free. Hey Swag, what's up with you? I ain't listen. I can't. You haven't. Well, you said you've been doing your Discord, so I've been coming, like, punch your name in to see if you on. You don't be on like that. Um, so the Giants fired Brian Dable. They said they parted ways. They fired him. Um, they fired him. Okay, let's get to it. Um, like I just, I just had this feeling that the I just had this feeling that the Miami Dolphins was going to win because when the when the Buffalo Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs, that's their Super Bowl. And I don't care what you say. To me, the Chiefs always play vanilla against them. They always showed the Buffalo Bills a little something. And then when the Buffalo Bills in the past have won games against the Kansas City Chiefs, and then in the playoffs, the Kansas City Chiefs come out with a different look, different tempo. They be on the bench like, wait a minute, we got tape on them. We ain't seen this. We didn't see that. Well, wait a minute. Why are they lining up in this formation? That is the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl when they beat the Chiefs. Look at Jacksonville. We got Jacksonville's best, and look what happened. They just lost to the Texans, and everybody like, oh, the Chiefs are dead. No, the Chiefs are still alive and well in this AFC thing. One thing I agree with you said, they don't want the Chiefs to get rolling. And a lot of people don't want the Chiefs to get in the playoffs. Because they know if they get in the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. Just like it reminds me of the way New England used to be. New England would just and just rolled on slowly. But guess what? When they got into the playoffs, won the Super Bowl, won the AFC Championship, in the Super Bowl. So, like the scripture said, let the heathen rage. Let them think. Cause it ain't. Sometime I remember, uh, it was a story about the tortoise and the hare. The hare would go shoo, fly, and the turtle just kept taking his time, taking his time. when the tortoise, the rabbit, ran out of gas and had to stop and get some rest. He's like, oh, the turtle won't beat me. And you know what happened? You know what happened? You know what happened? The turtle made it to the finish line before him. My point is not how you start, it's how you finish. And we all should know when the Chiefs start off really rocky and bad, the Chiefs have not missed the playoffs since 2015. Really? Now, since I'm a pastor, and if I buy a J. Carr Hill shirt and put it on, I'm going to get criticized because they be like, "You're a man of God. Why are you walking around?" Listen, I know she married. I know she got a husband. I know she got a kid, but she's Jamaican. She's the first African Jamaican female WWE champion. It don't matter. It don't matter. If I buy the shirt, swag, they're gonna criticize me. I'm gonna get marked. If I put up something, a video of Jade Carter Hill, I'm gonna get marked. Why you're a pastor? Why? I love sports, and I also do sports too. So, and I do also have a church page. No matter what you do, you're gonna get criticized. Criticized. I'm not drinking. I'm not fornicating. I'm not doing none of that stuff. So what's the problem? Me buying a shirt? What? But I seen it. If I had the money, I'd buy it and have her sign it, and then people buy the merchandise and have the wrestler sign it, and then take it and put it back online and sell it. Um, what else? What else can I tell you? That's it. If I was going to pick a final score tonight, I would say the Packers are going to be mad. If the Eagles win, it will be a close game. The Eagles probably 28, the Packers 24. But I don't want to make no predictions. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want y'all coming, well, Pastor, you were absolutely wrong. That's why I said any team. That's why when I do predictions, I say I think this team, but this team could win. But I did pick Buffalo. I said, but the Miami Dolphins could win. And what happened? The Miami Dolphins came out and they won. That's all what matters. All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. I love you all. God bless you. Stay safe. Um, if your husband's a Packers fan and you an Eagles fan, whoever wins, still kiss your husband, still kiss your wife. It's just a game. Don't kick your wife out the room. And you ladies, if the Eagles lose, don't kick your husband out the bedroom. Just don't get angry. It's just a game because at the end of the day, these men are going to get their paychecks, and guess what? And they're going to go home and then they're going to go out, sneak out somewhere and rent the restaurant out. Like, yo, shut it down so me and my family can eat. I love you guys. Keep you in prayer. I hope y'all have a good rest of your day and a good Sunday and a good Monday. If I don't, tomorrow is Veterans Day. Respect the people in the armed service and pray for them and even pray for our leaders. Bye for now. Subscribe.